This is the story of Max, a young man who learned that, no matter how dark someone else's storm, you can carry your own sunshine. Max was a positive person who enjoyed finding joy in little things, like a warm cup of coffee or a stranger's smile. But recently, his work environment had become toxic because of his coworker, Adam. Adam found fault in everything and often directed his negativity at Max, questioning why Max was always cheerful. At first, Max tried to ignore Adam, but over time, Adam's negativity started to weigh on him. Max noticed that he wasn't as happy as he used to be. Even outside of work, Adam's words echoed in Max's head, leaving him frustrated and drained. Max knew he needed to do something. He couldn't let Adam's negativity control his life, but he didn't know how to deal with it without sinking to Adam's level. One evening, after a particularly hard day at work, Max visited his grandfather for advice. Max poured out his frustrations about Adam's constant negativity and how it was affecting him. His grandfather listened patiently and then said, "Max, the world is full of people like Adam. You can't change them, but you can control how you respond to them. Don't let Adam's negativity steal your light. Sometimes, the best way to deal with negative people is to let them be, while you keep your own heart full of positivity." Max thought deeply about his grandfather's words. The next morning, Max woke up determined to change how he responded to Adam. He couldn't control Adam's actions, but he could control his own reactions. He decided to face the day with positivity, no matter what Adam said or did. At work, Adam was just as negative as usual, but Max didn't let it affect him. When Adam made a snide remark, Max responded with kindness and refused to engage in negative conversations. It wasn't easy at first. Adam's words still stung, but Max reminded himself of his grandfather's advice: stay true to your light. Over time, Max realized that the more he focused on his own positive energy, the less power Adam's negativity had over him. Max also learned the importance of setting boundaries. One afternoon, after a grueling meeting, Adam approached Max, ready to complain about their boss. But this time, Max was prepared. "Adam," Max said calmly, "I understand your frustration, but I don't want to focus on the negative. It's not helpful for me." Adam was surprised but didn't argue. From that day on, he stopped approaching Max with his negative rants. Max still interacted with Adam professionally, but he had set clear boundaries to protect his emotional space. As the weeks passed, Max felt lighter and more in control of his emotions. He realized that by staying positive and setting boundaries, he had developed a strategy for dealing with negativity. The most surprising change, however, came from Adam. While Adam continued to be negative with others, he gradually softened around Max. One afternoon, after a productive meeting, Adam even complimented Max on his work, a rare occurrence. Max was surprised but realized that by maintaining his positivity, he had not only protected himself from Adam's negativity but also, in a small way, influenced Adam's behavior. Months later, Max reflected on his journey. He had learned that dealing with negative people wasn't about changing them but about changing his response to them. By staying true to his own positive nature and setting boundaries, Max had reclaimed his peace and happiness. Negative people would always be a part of life, but they didn't have to dictate his experience. Max found strength in choosing joy and protecting his emotional well-being. As he sipped his coffee, Max smiled, thinking of his grandfather's wisdom. No matter how dark the world around him got, he would always carry his own sunshine. Max's story teaches us that while we can't control the actions of others, we can control how we respond. By focusing on a positive mindset, setting boundaries, and staying true to our own light, we can protect ourselves from negativity and live a life filled with joy and peace. Let your light shine, even in the darkest storms.